Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very, very well. I'm doing a lot better now than I was half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, an hour ago. I'm doing a lot better. Feeling good. That's brilliant. Welcome to Tottenham, Thomas Frank. Welcome. This is who we are, mate. Should I laugh? Hey, you can just smile if you want to. Big up to Harry. Hope you're doing well. Big up Jordan. Spurs are awful. Oh, fucking shit. You know, you want to know the God honest truth? I was so depressed throughout that game that I stopped watching. And, well, not to get too graphic, but I had a little foot massage and I fell asleep and I woke up. PSG had won on penalties. Oh, God. I was like, that is great. That is class. I tried hard to stay awake, but I was like, oh, you know, I don't really want to watch Tottenham win. And then I woke up and it was over. Absolutely. This is the history of the Tottenham. This is the history of the Tottenham. Oh, mate. I love it. I love it. Big up to everyone that's watching. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. I will be joined by two guests today. I'll be joined by Kev. I'll be joined by Dharmesh. They can laugh with me. I'm glad that I've done the stream after the game. I wasn't going to do that, but I'm glad I've done it now. That's great. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. 2-0, and you fucked it up. 2-0. Good old Bottleham is back. They want to beat Chelsea so badly. Oh, this is great. I love it. I absolutely love it. These chicken heads. Oh, I love it. Absolutely brilliant. Their subs did not cook. Well, listen, as I said, I enjoyed what I watched of it. I fell asleep and I woke up. How we doing, Dharmesh?
Yes, bro. Tottenham Hotspur is happened again. Oh, man. I'm so gassed for that result, man. I'm so gassed, genuinely. I know it's only the Super Cup, man, but these lot were chatting so much, bro. So much. Them Arsenal fans as well, man. Now, Arsenal fans are on it, man, but they can't really chat anyway. But, yeah. Brilliant. And that just proves, guys, everyone, that not everyone can beat the mighty PSG, and happy 1 month as well. Club World Cup champions up the Chelsea.
Oh, it's brilliant. It is brilliant. So I should be more amped up, but I fell asleep during the game, and then I woke up.
Honestly, bro, it was such a boring game up until the 80th minute. Genuinely, bro, it was literally like Tottenham were cruising and stuff, and all of a sudden,
no, Dharmesh, I won't lie to you. Like I did see parts of the game, but I was like, fucking hell, my eyes were just going.
Yeah.
Thing is, like, I don't know if. Well, I mean, you go to games, so you probably do have this, but I'm just not used to watching football on a sofa, mate. And I get too comfy.
Yeah. Do you know what? It does feel weird, but obviously most recently, so obviously I wasn't in America, but I kind of got used to that. To be fair, over time, but yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like, it feels strange. Like, even when I watch Chelsea now on the TV, man, it just feels weird now watching them on TV.
Oh mate, it was unreal. It was unreal. Yeah. Hey Dharmesh, I mean, you know, I never really do stream. I mean, we were going to stream anyway, just so you know, guys. We were going to stream regardless and go through all the latest Chelsea news, but I don't mind spending the first 10 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes, just laughing at Tottenham.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
How did they go from 2-0 up in normal time and then 2-0 up in the penalty shootout and end up still losing?
They were 2-0 up in the penalty shootout as well.
Yeah, because they had the advantage at first, remember? So PSG missed the first penalty.
No, I was asleep, Dharmesh. I was asleep. I missed the whole penalty shootout. I woke up when PSG scored the winner.
That's perfect timing, man. You couldn't time that any better, man.
Oh, it was brilliant.
It's a message from God, man, to wake up. That's it.
That's unreal. That's unreal. Haram football by Spurs. 0 possession. Link-up play was terrible. Just hoof it in the box and hope for a goal. Disgusting. I mean, I'll be honest. From what I did see of Tottenham when they were 2-0 up, I thought they played quite well. I don't think you have to play tiki-taka to play well. You know, I'm not. I've got nothing against playing. You know, deep foot. That's not. I don't know what the word is. Again, you can tell I've just woken up. I've got nothing against teams sitting back and wanting to counter and take their opportunities and trying to limit opportunities, especially when you're up against a team like PSG. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I do think that the approach was wrong. Well, PSG changed things, didn't they? They changed it up.
I also think Paulinho coming off as well made a big difference. When Tottenham took Paulinho off, because that was just a message from Thomas Frank just to sit back and soak up the pressure, which I think he got wrong. I think if I was a Spurs fan, then I'd be raging at the manager to his view of how the game was managed by taking off Paulinho, arguably the best player today, apart from Kudus probably. And yeah, just sink into their shell, which we're used to seeing. So,
hey, ever trending top comment says, "I feel bad for the Spurs supporters." What a shit club! You know, there's a part of me that thought, fair play, like fair enough, like almost like Palace. You don't do it much. Hey, this is your time. You can have a couple of months of glory like this. This can be. This is your moment, isn't it? Not so much the club, but the fans. You know, you're thinking you've had some tough times, and they've just honestly, mate. I can't. There's no club that comes close. There's no club that no one can compare with Tottenham.
Arsenal probably the only ones that probably could, but genuinely,
mate, Arsenal don't even get to finals like this. Arsenal can't even get. At least Tottenham bottle these finals.
Yeah, exactly.
Arsenal don't even. I mean, to be fair, they did lose to us in the Europa League. I'll give them that. But
it's just a North London thing, bro. That's it. You guys stay on your side of London. That's it. We're claiming London back, man. That's ours forever. So.
Oh, that's great. That's great. If you haven't already, guys, if you've got any friends that support Tottenham in the group chat, let them know. Let them know. London is blue. And Tottenham is poo.
Yeah.
That is the reality. There's a bit of poetry for you. Poo being another word for shite. Unreal.
Everyone run the blue hearts and then the blue emojis in the comments,
mate,
man. Yes. Man. Has to be done.
We own London. We run London. At least Tottenham didn't get their asses kicked. Arsenal actually got destroyed by Chelsea. It's the history of the Tottenham. This is the history. It's what we do, mate.
Chiellini, man. Big up to him,
we are, mate. So we are. Mate.
Well, whenever people remember Chiellini, they don't remember him as a defender, as a world-class centre-back. They just remember him for that. For dropping that cold line.
How rubbish Tottenham are.
Yeah, basically. That's it. That's how people remember Chiellini now, is through that. Even the clips are running around Twitter and stuff now of Chiellini saying it's the history of the Tottenham.
Thing is, against most Premier League clubs, they would have won that game. Playing like that, they would have won.
Yeah, 100%.
PSG, they have so many options that come off. They've done well, and like to be fair, their changes work. So you got to give credit to him. Listen, people, we've got just under 500 of you on all platforms. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Just under 150 on YouTube, over 300 on X. Let's get up to at least 75 likes on YouTube. Let's start off strong, and let's continue strong throughout. Let's not do a Tottenham here, guys, and get to 50 likes and then stall and sit back. Let's get up to 75 and then push for triple digits.
Come on, it's our 1 month anniversary as well as world champions, man. Come on,
1 month. Is that 1 month on the dot then?
Yeah. Do you know? Oh yeah, I forgot you'd be sleeping, man. But literally, do you know Chelsea tweeted 5 minutes after Tottenham lost, saying, "Oh, by the way, we won this a month ago. So yeah, happy anniversary."
Did they say that? Did they tag Tottenham in that?
No, they didn't tag it. No, they just posted on Twitter saying, "Oh, a month ago we won the Club World Cup against PSG." Literally, like the timing of it couldn't be any better. Basically.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, it's hilarious, man.
I tell you what, I am really looking forward to playing Tottenham. It's the one game, mate. I was having a chat with someone. I caught up with an old friend maybe 2 weeks ago, and we spoke about Tottenham, and we said there's just something about going to that game where you feel so up for it, because especially the home game, because you just know what's going to happen. There's just something about it, Dharmesh.
Yeah, I agree.
And the thing is, Tottenham's obviously a decent team. We still fucking beat them every time. Every single year they come to the bridge and the same thing happens.
It's the atmosphere as well. Like when you speak to just fans generally, like going to the bridge and stuff, like you don't hear any fan nervous when you play Tottenham at home. They're all it's I guess it's a fixture where everyone's happy because you know what's going to happen.
But there's not like obviously there's a hatred, but it's not like Arsenal. There's a sort of competitive hatred in the sense that we want to finish higher than them in the league, and you know we can't stand their fans if they were to win the league. With Tottenham, it's it's totally different. We just look at them as a team that we need to. Tottenham's like a day out with the kids, you know. It's like a day out with the kids. Bring the family. Bring your missus for a first game. You won't have a bad experience. It can't go wrong. You could bring your family to any game, but if you want to guarantee a good day out for everyone involved, it might not be cheap. That's fine, but it will not be a bad investment. You will see goals and you will see atmosphere, and you will walk out with 3 points. That's all you want, and then the kids will go, Dad, I quite like going to Chelsea. I want to go again. And it all started because of Tottenham.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, for the away game, there's always going to be that sort of bit of nervousness slightly for the away game because you're a bit apprehensive playing at their ground and stuff, obviously. But we still haven't lost at the ground. Have we lost at the new ground? I'm trying to think now. Have we? Or I think we lost one season under.
We did under Graham Potter.
Under Potter, yeah, that was at the new ground. But that's literally the only time we've lost. But apart from that, yes. we end up just like walking the park with them. We literally just bully them, dominate them.
The last time we lost at the bridge was when Poch was managing Tottenham.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
2 goals.
Ericsson scored a banger as well. I remember that.
Mate.
Yeah, that's literally the only time. And yeah, apart from that, I don't remember. Don't remember the last time Tottenham won at the bridge. I think.
Well, I presume you'll be at the Tottenham game this year.
Yeah. Should be, hopefully, if tickets allow me to, then yeah.
I love it, guys. Let's get the blue hearts in the chat. I see a few. I don't see enough.
Come on. I saw a few earlier,
this
man.
Is a day of jubilation. You know what they say in life? You shouldn't ride off of hatred of other people, but you know this isn't about hating one individual. This is about hating an establishment and bathing in the glory of Tottenham's failure. This is glorious. Enjoy it while you can. There won't be another Super Cup final where you can see Tottenham lose like this. There won't be many.
Guys, it's week 0 as well. the season's not even started yet, and Tottenham have already done Tottenham things.
It's not
I'm
even
just gonna leave it
started.
out there, man.
That's like a girl rejecting you before you even asked her anything. You walk, like, let's say you go up to a bar, you're about to go and say something to her, and before you have the opportunity, she goes, "No,
Walk away straight away.
I've got a boyfriend." Off you go.
Walk away with a pina colada or Sex on the Beach cocktail. That's it.
She might let you buy her a drink first. Fair enough.
Yeah, maybe. But then, yeah, nah. Once she sees a guy that's like 6'5", that's it. It's over.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's go for it. Absolutely. Let's go for it. Big up to Terry. Big up to Philip as well. In France, the fake supporters, Chelsea support Tottenham. I am not understand. Me no understand either. I don't understand what that comment means. Your live was pretty toxic last night, Alex. I didn't catch you until today. Can't please everyone. Well, that's just how it goes. That is how it goes. You can't please everyone. That's the truth. Drink those tears, Alex and Dharmesh.
I will, Jordan, man. Cheers.
Tottenham's tears.
Tastes beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Need some Rivals tears. That's the drink, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
They were going to send me over some free samples. I think it's just water, though, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah, it does look like water.
It's just water in a cup that says Rivals tears. But they never ended up sending it to me. I did DM them, and I was like, "Oh, I'll promote this."
Yeah.
I would have loved them to have done a paid promotion, but I think they're getting pretty much everyone's promoting them.
Yeah, everyone's
so,
it now. Yeah,
I wouldn't get that. Okay, guys, let's see where we are. Come on now. Big up to everyone watching. Lovely evening to be alive. Lovely evening to be a Chelsea fan. We have just under 70 likes on YouTube. We got over 170 of you in the building. Let's get up to 100. Smash that like button on X as well. You can't obviously like on YouTube, but you can like it on X and you can retweet. It all helps. Every little helps. We've got just under 600 on all platforms. Let's get into the nitty gritty, Dharmesh. Let's move on. Ultimately, as much as we want to laugh at Tottenham, and we can continue laughing at Tottenham and bringing them up on the stream, but we need. Oh, I love it. I'm just on Twitter and I can see other people alive. Tottenham fans. I love it.
Beautiful, man.
Let's talk about Chelsea. Let's talk about the transfer news surrounding the club at the moment. This is something that's come out an hour ago, so it would have been during the game. The prospect of signing Nicholas Jackson divided the Newcastle recruitment team just a few weeks ago, but that stance appears to have softened. Jackson is emerging as one of the leading candidates to replace Isak if he's sold. So, to be fair, I don't think there's any real surprises there. Situations change quickly in football, and I think if Isak was open, well, not even open, if he was professional enough, and I do think it's a lack of professionalism. If he was professional enough to just get on with the job and not force his way out of Newcastle, then they wouldn't be having this conversation. They'd probably just keep him for another year because he's got 3 years on his deal. But when it comes to Jackson, this is a very, very good player. It's just a massive downgrade on what they have. So as much as I'm not sitting here laughing at them because they're going to have a bad player. That's not the case whatsoever. But he's certainly not worth 70, 80 million, what people are quoting. I mean, there's no chance of that whatsoever. But I do think that there can be a genuine negotiation. And I think this deal can happen for around 60, 65. And I'll be okay with that as well. I think that's a fair deal.
I think that's the going rate as well for strikers at the moment. We've seen Benjamin Sesko, we've seen Gyökeres as well. And that's always been the asking price, to be fair. I always expected us to go in quite high, but then reduce the price even lower. so that we end up actually getting 60. Because had we started on 60, then Newcastle would have been like, no, we'll pay 30 or 40. But it's good that we've gone in higher than that way. We'll still get a high amount. But I do expect Jackson to leave, to be fair, given the options that we've got up front right now. And I actually don't think the move to Newcastle will be too bad for him. I think stylistically, I think him and Isak are quite similar in terms of profile and attributes. So I actually think he'll do quite well there. Maybe not to get the output that Isak got for Newcastle, but I do think that stylistically, as I mentioned, I do think he'll offer quite a lot to Newcastle.
No, honestly, mate, I think it would be a good signing for them. But
yeah,
I just think that if I was a Newcastle fan and I was used to seeing what I've been seeing, and then I see Jacko, then I'd be like, bloody hell. But the reality is, he's not a bad player. Like, he's a player that can. He's a European caliber player, not necessarily Champions League, but definitely Europa League, Conference League. Like, he's a player who can operate in that market. But I think once you start talking about, you know, really pushing forward, like Chelsea are at the moment for titles, then it's a different discussion. I think we've moved past Nicholas Jackson, to be honest, and we've outgrown him as a number one. But again, that still doesn't mean he can't be a part of our squad. How we doing, Kev?
Yes, bro.
Right, bro.
Hey, Kev, we've been laughing for about 20 minutes at Tottenham. We've finally moved on to some Chelsea news. But I'm sure you want to say a few words.
Nicholas Jackson, start with him, innit? Start with him.
No, not Jackson. Tottenham. Bottle Job FC.
What's the score?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No. Because when I said I was at football and the last checked it, Tottenham was 2-0 up. I thought they won it. So what was the score?
Wait, no way. Are you actually playing?
Score.
No way, bro. They lost.
I
Tottenham lost
didn't
on
watch
penalties.
Oh, you're joking.
Seriously, they were 2-0 up.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
2-0 up.
So up, bro.
And then 85th minute, they make it 2-1. I think Lee scores a great goal, bottom right corner, and then Gonzalo Ramos scores in literally the 93rd minute. And then the funniest thing is, Tottenham were, I think, 1 or 2-0 up in the penalty shootout, and they still lost.
I love Tottenham, I do. I love Tottenham. I thought they actually won it. I was thinking, no way they've actually won it. When I saw the result, it was 2-0. And you're just thinking in the back of your head, it's Tottenham, isn't it? I just knew PSG would come back into it. I just knew it. It's Tottenham, isn't it? So that's just remember night sweet. That's remember night sweet. At least they got the Europe. That's a good cut for him, that is, as well. So it's good for PSG saved the day for us, man. Seriously.
I can't believe you didn't even know the score.
That's mad, man.
Saved the day for us, bro.
You didn't even check. You didn't check your phone when you got in. You just rocked up to the stream thinking that Spurs won the Super Cup.
No, it's good. It's good thing they didn't. It's a good thing they didn't. We would have never heard the back of it. We would have talked about it for ages. It's a big cut for Tottenham, isn't it? So remember
that would have been a massive win, especially it would have made our win look worse or like not as impressive as it was. So now we can say, okay, we were the team that could do it. Okay, so let's talk about Jackson. So me and Dharmesh, Kev, we've been talking about Jackson going to Newcastle. We're saying that, you know, we think that this is a deal that can definitely happen. He's not worth 70 or 80. I think that's probably a bit of a stretch, but for 60, 65, I think there's a real deal to be made there. And it looks like from what we've seen here that Newcastle are opening up to the idea more and more.
It's good for us, to be fair. It's a good move for both parties. I feel like Jackson goes there. Yeah, I hate to say it, but he might do well there. But he's had 2 seasons at us, and it's just not quite worked. Maybe a club like Newcastle, you know, he can grow into that position. He's going to be the main man, but there's a lot more competition this season. I don't feel like he's had the competition. He hasn't had the competition the last couple of seasons, and he hasn't stepped up. So with competition now, do you feel like he's going to be in the first position to get the spot? He knows he's not now, doesn't he? So
think he's frozen, bro.
Yeah, he froze, Kev.
Yeah. Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
I was getting to Jackson. Sorry, before you broke up. I'll say with Jackson, it's a good move for both parties. It's a good move for Newcastle because they're getting a player that will be the main. He knows he's going to be the main man when he goes there. There's no competition there for him, you know, and it's a lot less any shoulders to deliver. At Chelsea, we know that we need goals, and he wasn't. Everything about him was good apart from the goals. You know what I was going to say. So,
Thing is, though, the thing we were saying though, Kev, is they're used to Isak. So, like, how does that go down? Because that's a really bad downgrade, in my opinion. I mean, it is a downgrade. It's a significant downgrade of, I don't know, 10, 15 goals a season.
It's got the potential to be an upgrade, though, because with Jackson, I still feel that side of his game, that clinical finishing side.
I wouldn't say. I think an upgrade. I wouldn't say that.
Jackson might be able to be that striker where he gets more goals.
You're telling me that Jackson can be better for Newcastle than Isak?
If he's got scoring more goals, yeah.
I'm not sure I agree with that one.
Jackson, every department, yeah. He's a class striker in every department. The way he holds the ball up, the way he can spin him going behind, he's smart with his. He comes to putting that ball in the back of the net in the key moments. He can't deliver. Do you understand? So if
Isak can hold the ball up, Isak can link up, he scores goals.
But Isak scores goals, so that's the difference. That's the difference. Isak scores more goals because he's more.
I mean, that's just the bare minimum to even have a conversation. I don't think that makes Jackson better.
I think maybe the couple.
I mean, actually, to be fair, I'm not going to say right foot mediocre, but he's not great with his left foot, and he's not a great header of the ball either. So, there are qualities that you need to be able to score that. I just don't see it happening, mate. I think that Jackson can definitely get 10, 15 a season. I don't doubt that. But I do think that we have seen there's definitely a cap on his ability, and that there's only so much that he's able to offer from a.
If we get £65 million for Jackson, if we get £65 million,
it's great business.
Absolutely amazing business that is. It really is.
We almost doubled what we made on him as well because he's signed for 30, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was around that mark. I don't know, man. I think that I think the deal will probably happen. To be honest, I think it will probably happen, and maybe that will give us more flexibility with the Xavi Simmons deal or the Garnacho deal. Maybe that's what all we're waiting for is just to get a sale or a couple of sales done, and Nkunku being another one. And or it could be a loan for Nkunku, to be fair, and then taking it from there. But I think this is going to happen. I mean, I'm certainly not in the camp of hating Jackson. I'm a fan of Jackson, but I think that every season, when it's time to move on. And he could absolutely stay at Chelsea and still be appreciated for what he is, the number 3. But if you were Jackson, I mean, you'd say for the betterment of your career, you're not going to get another opportunity to go to a side like Newcastle where they're going to pay that money. Because if you have a whole season without playing football regularly, your value just drops. So it doesn't make sense for Chelsea to wait. It doesn't make sense for him to wait and just waste a year.
Yeah, no, I agree with that as well, man. Especially with them getting Champions League as well. You have the Champions League to play in as well. So I guess it's sort of similar to us this season where we've got the option of playing Champions League, all the cups and stuff. So I reckon in a few years, I think we might probably regret selling Jackson, but I just think the move to Chelsea was too early for him, man. And the amount of pressure that he was forced upon, I think, from us fans, and I think the expectation of the manager as well. But in a few years, I do think Jackson will become sort of. I'm not going to say he's going to overtake Isak or be Isak level, but we'll definitely see a more clinical side to Jackson's game because that's the only thing that he lacks, and that's the only reason why we're selling him to us. I mean, that's why we've got João Pedro and then Liam Delap in because they're polished profile players that we lack in the team, and they can actually strike a ball better than Jackson. So Yeah, in a few years' time, I think we might look back and be like, oh, yeah, we shouldn't. Like, it was the right time to sell him, but at the same time, we'll be like, shit, he's gone to a rival now. Like, yeah, we might have to bite the bullet with that one in a few years, but not right now.
No, that's fair. I think we'll move on now. We'll look at Xavi Simons. Fabrizio's come out and said not long ago that I'm told the situation with Xavi Simons is not changing. Chelsea are working on the deal, but there is still no agreement. I can guarantee they are still negotiating for Simons, but I've not agreed. So let's see what's going to happen. So, I mean, it seems like a lot of same old, same old. We're hearing that it is a good chance it will happen. Negotiations are moving in the right way. I mean, we hear these type of things all the time. It's like
I seen today that Man City are coming with a last minute to hijack it. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really think that. I don't think that's something to worry about just yet. I think if we keep waiting, it could be a problem.
I'd worry though if Man City are interested because they
no, because I think that Chelsea would still be his priority, mate. You know, the thing about Chelsea is you can see exactly where you stand at Chelsea, whereas with Man City, any young player going in there, I'm not to say they can't perform, but it's just a different type of project, right? They don't sign the type of player that we sign. So I think if you're in that age bracket, under the age of 23, 24, I think Simons is about 22 or something like that, 21 even. He's very young, very, very young. Then I just think that you've got to look at what we've done with younger players and say, Chelsea actually give us a chance. Like, they don't just bring in ready-made players and then there's no opportunities. There's competition, but it's with other young players, right? So I think that's a huge factor for any young player. Whereas at City, if he's looking to play in there, I mean, to be fair, they have sold a lot. They've gotten rid of De Bruyne. I think Savinho might go. Obviously, Grealish is gone. So they need to reinforce in certain areas. I just don't see why they would go for Xavi Simons, though, and not go for a player like Rodrigo if they have the opportunity to do that. So I think Rodrigo will be a priority for Man City. I mean, based on what we're reading as well, it seems like Rodrigo is a priority for Pep Guardiola. That's the player that Guardiola wants, and generally whatever Guardiola wants, Guardiola gets. And they're going to open up the war chest and they'll probably spend 100 mil or whatever it is that they need to do. So that would be their priority as opposed to Xavi Simons. Also, one thing that Chelsea are really good at, and we haven't had any bad experiences with this, is we've been very good at making a player feel valued before they actually join us. And this is what happened with Lavi. This is what happened with Caicedo. Even if we're negotiating for a long time, a team can come in at the last minute, and that's fine. They could offer some really nice terms, but if a player feels really valued and convinced by a project, it's very difficult to turn their head, right? And if their head does turn, then it was never meant to be. But you can see the commitment that we have from players like Caicedo, and what a difference maker he is to us. He rejected Liverpool, so God forbid anything happens and Man City do get involved. If I as a Chelsea fan who would love to see Xavi Simons come, if he rejects Man City, I mean that's another green flag. That's another bonus to get you on side with the fan base straight away. And I think that would happen, providing Chelsea made the deal happen this summer. I think he will wait. I also think the Garnacho deal, if it does happen, will be towards the end of the window. So once the sale of Jackson and the departure of other players goes through, you'll definitely see at least one of those deals happening. But let's just say we were going to sell Jackson tomorrow. I think we get Xavi Simons first, because it doesn't actually seem like we're a million miles apart in terms of valuation. It's more a case of, Leipzig are saying this is the price. Chelsea is saying, we want to negotiate a bit. But it's very wish-washy. It sounds to me like Chelsea just need to raise some funds and get a player out to bring a player in, which is what our deal with UEFA is anyway. We had to get rid of a certain amount of players. So that deal seems like it's really, really close. If we move on to Garnacho, that's a totally different story. But I'll leave it for Garnacho because I just want to hear your thoughts on Simmons. I'll start with you, Dharmesh.
Yeah, I mean, I do expect this deal to get done as well. It's like Kev said, it's a bit worrying when Man City come in because you know how they operate. We know how they've been operating for the past, like, God knows how many years since they're the ownership, and they're very quick on getting players and getting deals done, and they're one of the more active teams. But if Simmons is committed, as he says he is, and if we're not far off the valuation or the player needs and stuff, then I do expect this deal to get done. And like you said, I think either we get rid of Jackson and Nkunku first, and then as soon as that happens, we can bring in Simmons. So I do expect it to get done. I can't give you a time frame. To be fair, it could be any time. We could get the here we go tonight, tomorrow. You never know with these kind of deals because whenever it goes sort of quiet, that's when for me I expect it to things to be escalated. But if we're hearing constant news, then for me in my mind, then not much has progressed. I think it's more like recycled news.
I seen like a Nkunku swap deal, like Nkunku going to RB Leipzig and long.
Nah, I mean that one. I don't think that's going to happen, mate. There doesn't seem to be any. They don't want him on a permanent, mate. They want a loan. That's what Leipzig want.
But they've obviously got their Šeško replacement as well, haven't they? So I think they signed their Šeško replacement today or yesterday. Yeah. So I think they're still in the market for obviously to replace Simmons as well. So I expect it to be done closer to deadline day, to be honest with you. Let's say same with Garnacho. I think maybe our priority at the moment is just to offload players, as all the reports are saying. And as soon as we do bring him in, I mean, it'll be great depth for our attack. Honestly, like it'll take the pressure off some of our forward players and stuff, players like Palmer and stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited to see Simmons in the Chelsea shirt.
What about you, Kev?
I'm really, really, really excited as well, man. Like he's a special player. He really is, man. I think he'll find his feet at Chelsea as well. I think he'll come in, he'll fit in nicely in what we want to do. He receives the ball like Cole Palmer always on the half turn, always looking to get the ball in behind. So him linking up with João Pedro and the other forward players next season is going to be brilliant to watch. You know, it's just going to be Cole. Imagine having him on the left, Cole Palmer through the middle, and Neto on the right, man. That's dangerous, that is, isn't it? It's going to be looking good, man. So can't wait to see it.
Have you watched much of him at Leipzig, boys? Just out of curiosity.
I've seen bits here and there, but I think more so for the Netherlands, to be honest with you, like World Cup, Euros and stuff. But, I think as an impact sub as well, I think he'd be good as well. Even if he doesn't play every game, if we need a goal or we're drawing a game or we lose a game, I think even as an impact player, I think he'd be phenomenal for us. I can't wait.
If we look in that 10 position as well, go on, Kev, go on.
We just need to get it over the line real quick. Now I heard City. At the end of the day, some people have put it out in the media that City are after him, so Chelsea's been at the negotiations. That's what usually happens, doesn't it? It's probably just fabricated just for Chelsea to, because we're taking our time with it, haven't we? Because we need to get rid of players. There's a lot of players that we need to get rid of still.
I mean, that could be from Leipzig. I don't know how. Yeah,
we've got to balance the books.
They want to get this sorted out.
So this is why everything's sorted. Everything's sorted. Negotiated. He's agreed the contract, but we still got to balance the books. So we can't until we get rid of a couple of players. We can't. So this is what RB Leipzig now. They're going to say City are after him, so it speeds up a bit. Do you understand?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, what do we think about the? I mean, if we're going to compare then and contrast, when we look at Garnacho, this was an update that we had from the Telegraph. Man United are some distance apart in their valuation for Garnacho. He's valued at 30 million by Chelsea, which is exactly the amount that I've said I want us to buy him for. And people seem to think that I have low standards. But when you're getting a player for 20 million less than he's valued, I do think it's a good deal. I think it makes sense. I think he's better than Tyreek George. I think he strengthens us. And I think he's a player that will thrive in a better environment. So I'm not really seeing many negatives if we're able to get him for that price tag. But out of both deals, this is one that if there's no flexibility in negotiations, I could see this deal falling through more so than the Simmons deal.
This deal, yeah, if you get it done for £30 million, this is going to be a brilliant deal because it's going to be profit on the end of it. I can see him coming in Chelsea and I can see him coming in Chelsea doing well straight up. He'll do well because he'll come into the system now. He's going to come in. He's going to gel it. The way he plays is the way Chelsea play though. He's always on the inside of a striker. He wants to be up there, making things happen. At Man United, they want him to do counter-attacking football. That's not his game. Do you understand? Man United style of football is like sitting back and that. He wants to be up there making things happen like the way we play. So I think he'll thrive us. £30 million is an absolute bargain. £30 million a bargain.
What about you, Dharmesh?
I'm still not.
It's only going to be profit. It's only going to be profit at the end of it.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I'm still not convinced by Garnacho, man. I can't lie, guys. Like, I've never been a fan of him, regardless of what system and stuff. I hear what you're saying, Kev, about the system being different for us compared to United, which is true. But I just don't think himself as a player can elevate us to a level that we need as wingers. And I think the trouble that he might bring to the dressing room as well might cause a bit of. I don't
see it, mate. I don't see it.
I don't know.
Like, what's more toxic, Garnacho or Man United as a whole?
Yeah, Well, historically, Man United, we've seen the amount of stories that have happened with them with regards to drama going on there, big personalities and stuff. Like Garnacho will be a big personality, and he's going to want to play every week. But is he really better than Gittins? Do you guys think? I don't know. I'm
not saying he's better than Gittins, but I am saying he's better than George, and I think he can compete with Gittins. So I mean, Gittins to me I don't look at Gittins and go, that guy needs to be my left winger week in, week out. There's no proof that that's going to work, right? He's had a good couple of games in pre-season. Give him credit for that. Still looks a little bit raw. Again, it's different performing in pre-season than it is performing it when the competitive games start. Gittins is going to need some help. He can't play every single game, so someone's got to be there to support him, because it's not just about competition; it's about support, which is what we look at Hato as for Cucurella. That's not competition. He's there. If Cucurella is not available to play or needs to be rotated, he's going to fill in. But we're going to have enough games, hopefully, if we're a competitive side, that you'll see that quite a lot. So when you say that Garnacho wants to play regularly, Dharmesh, I mean, how many games are you thinking? Are you thinking 30, 40, 50? Like, what number pops into your head?
I guess around the 30 mark, to be honest with you, depending on our cup competitions and how we're still in it. I mean, if we're still quite far in the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, then there's no doubt that he'll play some of the games, even Champions League games as well. He'll play, and he might become a regular starter for us in the Premier League, which I don't want at all. To be honest, I've never been impressed with Garnacho, to be honest with you guys. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy to eat my words if he smashes it, like you guys say that he might will. But yeah, for now, man, I'm just not convinced. Isn't he got the worst take on stats or something, or dribbling stats or something like that? I think I saw a stat the other day.
I'm not sure.
As a winger, that's not very. It's not a good look as a winger, to be honest with you.
Well, it's not a good look either. But you know what's also not a good look is not trying to take players on. And you know what? I always like the intention, mate. And again, I don't know if the stat's true or not. But if it is true, like, you can work with that to an extent, because if he keeps messing it up, fine. But can we find a way to actually get more out of the player? Oh, Kev, just one other thing. I just want to go on the point that Dharmesh said. So when I said how many games you think he wants to play in a season, you said around 30, right? That's around the same amount of games that Dewsbury Hall's featured for us. So I think that's a very realistic number. I actually think that Garnacho could potentially be involved in more games, in the 40 mark, especially if there's an injury of some sort, right? So I think even in a rotation role, there will still be loads of opportunities, whether it's as a substitute or starting in other games. Even if you're second fiddle, like, you will need to be played, because it's just not possible for other players to continue playing without getting injured. So every angle that I come at this, and I have thought about it, mate. Like, I really have. We spoke about it with Lewis and Charlie in the studio in January, And I said, I don't know if you've seen the clip. I said, I wouldn't buy Garnacho in January because of the price. 45 million was rejected from Napoli. But I said, let's look at what happens in the summer. And I said at that time, I said less than 30 million. Now my stance is, let's be honest. If Broha's going for 20 million and Ugachukwu and some of these guys, then you probably would value Garnacho at more. So I think 30 to 35 is fair. 40 is like generous from Chelsea, but there's a willingness to negotiate at least from both sides. And I think 35 is United are desperate. It's a couple days until the window ends, and they just need to get rid of him. So I think a realistic deal for Garnacho is probably anywhere between 35 and 40. We all want it to be less, but I still think you make profit. I don't think you lose money on that.
The only meaning with that show deal is the only sense I can see with it from any kind of angle, bro, is profit.
Yeah, but Kev, you just said the footballing side as well. You can see him performing, so that there's other aspects to this deal.
We're gonna be real. When Garnacho burst onto the scene a couple of seasons ago, this guy looked like the next best thing. He looked absolutely amazing, and since all the manager takeovers, Man United, and the toxicity at the club and everything else, he's spiraled off. But we all knew about Garnacho a couple of years ago, and we thought, yeah, this is the guy. So if we can get him back to that level, which is expected of him to hit a standard at Chelsea, we've done it with Sancho last season where he had better performances for us. You know what I'm saying? So if we can get better of him on a 30 million contract, maybe at the end of it, when we send him back, it's looking more like 60. So from a business perspective,
then you can sell him to Arsenal, mate.
It's a win-win. It's an absolute win-win. Yeah, probably end up selling to Arsenal. Yeah, 60. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's probably what ended up happening to an interview as well. Or even we might even try and fleece Barcelona in the future or something with this Garnacho stuff, man. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he does fit in. To be fair, I'm curious to see what Maresca can do to him and transform him. Maybe like you guys are right. Maybe he needs a different environment, man. Sometimes that's all it takes. But yeah, let's just see what happens with him.
I'm not against it for £30 million. Seriously, in this day and age, in the market, £30 million is cheap for any winger, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So it comes, there's a lot less expectation on your shoulders because we know the signing is, if he comes and does what he does, well, if he does it, he does it. But we're not going to lose that financially. So you know what I mean?
If we signed Liam Delap for £50 million, how would you feel about that deal?
What, me? Or...
Yeah, you done it.
I'd fall. That's a good price.
50 million.
I'd say that's
in this market.
I'd say, do you know what? Ipswich, you're going to demand a lot. I would like to sign him for less. I'd say, we probably could get 40, 45 for him. I'd go, I'd grit my teeth, but I'd still want him. So then I look at 30 and I go, what a bargain. And I feel a similar way about Garnacho.
I'm starting to believe though Amari Hutchinson is part of something to do with it because they got him dead cheap, didn't they? So
25 million. I mean, it's not that cheap. Not for a team like Ipswich.
No, but
for Ipswich, that's quite a lot to be fair. Yeah.
No, they didn't actually spend much money apart from that.
And I think English tax as well, like with Delap obviously as well. That's obviously going to take into factor as well.
Yes, yes. So we were lucky that they had that clause on there. I just want to look at this comment as well from Chelsea Godfather. All Man U ex-players have gone on to do well. Every single one, from Anthony to McTominay, who's on the Ballon d'Or list. And it's true. Players leave Man United and they seem to thrive. There seems to be just a refreshing aura. Is that the right word? I mean, there's something. And I don't think that will be different for Garnacho. I really don't. Okay, let's look at Vega. Dortmund have made an approach to consider a possible bid for Renato Vega, but still deemed it too expensive. His future remains open as several clubs keep moving for him. Yeah, I mean, I always felt like that was going to be the case, to be honest with you. But I don't think that it would be a bad idea to consider another loan for Vega. considering we got what 5 million from Juventus in January. If someone wanted a season-long loan, what could we do? Get 6-7 million for him on a season-long loan, and then you've basically got the fee that you paid for him in the first place. You've recuperated that just from loan fees. You'll have loads of years left on his contract, and anything after that is profit. So, on one hand, you say, well, we want to sell him for 35. On the other hand, if you loan him for a year and you make that money back anyway that you paid for him, then you could sell him for 30 the year after, and you've basically got the fee that you wanted. It just took a little bit longer.
I actually would have kept Vega. I actually want to keep Vega. I can't lie. Given Culver's injury, I do think this is like the star sort of aligning for him to have a go at left centre back as he always wanted to. So I'd personally keep him, but obviously it doesn't look like it's going to happen anyway. But just to trial out this left centre back position that he's been crying out for and wanting to play, let's see what he's about with his. Even playing at left back, I thought he was. Albeit it was a Conference League, fair enough, but I do think he has the attributes to become a good left centre back. And he's really good on the ball as well. He's got the height as well for it.
He appears like more of a central player. I wouldn't naturally have looked at him and thought, oh yeah, he's a left back. Even when he played in the midfield and he was inverting, I was like, it just didn't feel quite as right. But we never tried him as a centre back. He did really well at Juventus. So, by the way, Dharmesh, when you say you want him to stay, I mean, do you not think about the idea of, him wanting to leave like João Felix? And does that not sort of make you want to distance yourself from Vega? Because that's how I feel. I'd sell Vega. I wouldn't want him to be involved with the squad. Just like the same way I feel about João Felix, and I don't think that should the change for Pedro. I mean, for footballing reasons specifically, he's clearly good enough and he's clearly got the ability, but it's more of a squad morale. It's more of a mentality thing. It sets a precedent as well that players can demand to go on loan and then they can just walk back into the squad.
He's got to
That's
go.
something that I don't really like.
Yeah,
he's got to go, man. He's got to go, Alex. Because at the end of the day, the manager put him in a position to play on the pitch. He didn't want to do what the manager he didn't want to do what the manager demanded. So obviously he's gone off on loan. The manager's still there. Nothing's going to change. So obviously he doesn't suit what the manager wants to do. So I feel like he's going to go.
Davey asked if you're a Chelsea fan, Kev.
Say again.
Davey asked if you're a Chelsea fan.
He's a Chelsea fan.
You.
Oh.
Do you understand the question? I'll put it
I'm
up
a
again.
Chelsea fan. Right at the bottom, a Chelsea fan. Nah, I'm a Rangers fan.
It's because of your accent, I reckon. You must get that a lot, Kev. Do you get that?
No, not really.
I always feel like it's a bit different. Like you get loads of Londoners that support teams up north and they don't really get stick for it. But Northerners that support London teams, they're the ones that get stick.
That's actually so true.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like when I go up to Manchester and there's a Mancunian who's sitting in the away end with us, I'm a bit like, oh. Obviously, I know we've got fans all over, but obviously when you go to the bridge, you don't really see it. So it's just a bit different, isn't it? But you don't get that, Kev.
Yeah, there's not many Chelsea fans that I know up here. None. I literally, like I'm just one of my own. But I'm holding it down for the north. You know what I'm saying? Hold it down for the north.
Someone's got to do it, Kev. Someone's got to hold the flag. Trying to think what else has come out as well. I think the players have done their video shoots as well. They did their media day, so that's all completed as well. Let's talk about Nkunku to Bayern Munich as well, guys. I mean, that is a deal that depends on whether Bayern Munich re-enter the race for Nick Waltermay, which is a player we were actually looking at as well. Very, very cheap, very low wage, young player as well. Tall, but surprisingly very good at dribbling as well and nifty with his feet. If Bayern decide to look at a player like Nkunku, a little bit more experience, you know what to expect from him in the German league, then I think that's a pretty good deal, to be fair. I think that the price is around 40 million. I mean, what's your take on Nkunku, guys? Because if we're not able to bring in Simmons or Garnacho, I've always said after the Club World Cup, I am open to Nkunku staying. I'm not, again, I feel the same way about Nkunku that I do about Jackson, except it's not about profit. It's just about getting a player out because he's not going to be a part of our plans. There's no point having a player that's not going to be involved. So what's your take on that whole situation? Would you be open to Nkunku staying?
Yeah. The thing is, Nkunku is a proven killer. In the German league, he knows how to shoot left foot, right foot. If you get the best at Nkunku, you've got a world-class player there. It's not the same with Jackson. Hasn't hit that level yet. With Nkunku, I feel like if we get him in the right position and he comes out of this show and he starts performing, we've got a world-class player there. We really have. So I wouldn't be too disappointed if the Xavi Simmons deal didn't go through and we kept Nkunku. And Nkunku said, roll his sleeves up and said, you know what, this is my time to shine. And we got Nkunku, Palmer, Neto, Stavio linking up and doing all well. That's dangerous for any team. So hopefully that we made the right choice. It's good. It's a good headache to have, isn't it? Really, that you're stressing if Xavi Simmons is coming in, you got Nkunku you want to get at the door. Because either way, if you keep Nkunku, you still can't bring it player. So either way, like we're in a good position there.
I mean,
it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think it's actually a fair deal for Nkunku. Like, you're not missing out on a lot of money if you're selling him for 40 mil. What's your take, Dharmesh?
I actually think he did all right in the Club World Cup whenever he came on and whenever he started. I actually think he did pretty decent, and that's something that you can potentially build on as well. But I'm the same stance as Kev. I mean, if we do get rid of him, then I'm not going to be too upset about it if that means Simmons comes in, or let's just throw another name in the hat, whoever else that's supposedly better, for example. But if he was to stay, then yeah, I know that he won't get many minutes, which is fine by me. He'll come on as an impact sub, which I do think he can do. To be fair, if you're trying to look for a goal or trying to look for a bit of creative play, I think he's definitely got the tools to do that. I mean, the only time he really did it for us was that Bournemouth away game last season, wasn't it? When he literally came on, changed the game for us with that turn and that finish. I mean, I don't see someone like Jackson scoring a goal like that for us, where we're crying out for a sub to make an impact. So I wouldn't be too fussed if he stayed, to be honest with you, just as long as Maresca doesn't keep persisting with him as he did sort of last season, where he was playing him on the left wing quite a lot of times, where we knew obviously it wasn't going to work. But obviously context will be different this year because we'll have Gittins.
I don't even think it was a positional thing with Nkunku last season. I think it was just.
Of course
it was. It's more of his attitude as well, though. His attitude.
No. It's because of his positioning.
No, it wasn't. That's it. No,
his attitude with gusto.
He wasn't chasing balls. He wasn't doing.
Was it attitude with gusto?
Talking about Nkunku and that gusto.
It's the same example. Players played in positions where they can't thrive.
Not really, because Nkunku had opportunities in multiple positions. He had the opportunities in multiple positions.
He's not a left winger, and he's not a striker. Multiple positions that aren't his best position.
I don't think he's ever played in Palmer's position.
What's Nkunku's position then?
10.
Position. What do you think, Nkunku?
Where Palmer plays at the moment. That's where
100%.
10. All right, cool. I think that as well. 100%.
But so if he's never played in his position, how are you going to get the best out of him? How can you judge a player who's not playing? That's like saying that we love Gittins playing as a left winger and we play him as a left back.
Got to be able to play in 2 or 3 positions in this day and age at the same standard. Look at Palmer. You play Palmer in the middle. You can play Palmer on the right. You can play Palmer on the left. You could play Gittins on the right or the left. You could play. We had Madueke. He could play good on the right or the left. Like you gotta be able to play not just the cam. You gotta be able to play all 3 positions. So that's my argument with that. And Nkunku should be stepping up in just because he's playing off the left. He should be able to step up and still receive the ball and do the dirty work and get on the ball and do the stuff that he was doing at Real Leipzig.
Nah, I don't agree at all. Don't agree.
But when I watched Nkunku last season, he wasn't put. We went to Newcastle last season. He didn't even run all game.
Should Delap be able to play on the wing?
Doesn't matter. He's still got a graft to put the work in. He wasn't doing none of that. He walked off the pitch. He looked like he didn't want to be here.
Mate, he's never been a runner. That's why you need to. It's like saying you got to play Ozil as a right winger. It's just some players aren't built.
That's it is them. So that's my argument with them. I just don't feel like he suits the system. And when it comes to tactics,
when you put it like that, you're right.
Yeah, not suited for it. He's not suited for it because he doesn't want to do that. You have to be able to get back now in shape and stuff. That's the way football is.
But Nkunku definitely thrives when he played more. So even in the Club World Cup, he was played sort of out wide, but he was allowed to come in, and that's what I liked about it. Is you had the freedom to link up, and we saw him link up. I mean, it looked good. Nobody's saying he should start ahead of Palmer, but I'm just saying if we didn't sign Simmons as an example, he can be one of the rotation options.
Carabao Cup games, FA Cup games. Like if it wasn't Nkunku in that position, then that's where I want to see him play. In that 10. Obviously with Caicedo, or not Caicedo, but it would be Sugo and Santos. Let's just say, yeah.
I just feel like, for me personally, just if my decision on Nkunku, I'd let him go now. If the opportunity was to get Simmons in, I'd change it because I just feel like I don't want to risk having him again and not performing. When you've had 2 seasons and it's not worked, sometimes it's best to move on to the next thing. You know what I mean? I think it's Simmons bringing that energy back and that the anticipation back to the fans because we want to see the best of him. With Nkunku, we yet to see it. So it's been 2 years, hasn't it? So Simmons, and Nkunku has to go. Simmons in. If I had to make
who knows? Let us know what you think in the chat as well, guys. We're going to wrap it up there, guys. It's been a great stream. Again, smash the like button as well. We laugh at Tottenham. We're going to sleep well tonight. Happy dreams. You can reminisce when we won the Super Cup, and you can reminisce about today as well when we saw Spurs losing. Listen, appreciate you coming on, Kev. Big up to you as well.
Tottenham fans, hold that. Tottenham, hold that. That's all I've got to say.
There you go. Hey, you got it. Someone's got to say it. But listen, we'll be back tomorrow with another stream. It will probably be a little bit earlier, if I'm honest. Listen, big up to everyone. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe. We will be maintaining the dailies. So every day, you're going to see a little something. Thanks for coming on as well, Dharmesh. Big up to you, mate.
Man. Big up PSG as well. Thanks for saving football tonight, man.
Saving football.
That's right. Spurs tears, man. Right here, man. That's it.
You got a lot of tears to get through before bedtime.
That's right, man. Don't you worry, innit?
You can save some tears for tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. Appreciate your time, guys.